It's quite a long journey from Brendan Kavanagh and Newton Lang, Amelie Liang, and the sort of gossip surrounding the piano playing in Euston on the one hand, and on the other hand, the former deputy of MI6, Nigel Inkster, saying that British foreign intelligence is not equipped to handle covert threats from China. I don't think I think one can take the statement much further. I don't think Britain is equipped to handle covert threats from any country at this particular moment. It's not really capable of handling covert threats from within the country. We've got to a point where we have managed. I made a little video the other day about Rishi Sunak, and I talked about the attempts to emasculate Rishi Sunak. That may well be the case, but in fact, we as a country have been emasculated partly by Brexit, but partly by the self-obsession, the introspection that accompanied Brexit. So we shouldn't be looking to be poking the finger at people who gather in Euston Station or St Pancras Station, wherever it was. I think it's St Pancras. So sorry. It was gathering round a piano presented by Elton John in St Pancras to listen to Brendan Kavanagh. And there are various stories going around. One of them, which is that the people who were gathered in a circle near the piano were actually waiting to use the piano. That is one of the stories. That's not the story that's being pushed very much by the Brendan Kavanagh supporters. And I'm not going to push stories on either side. I'm simply going to say that when the Conservative government came to power, Lord Cameron felt that he was forging a golden era of relations between Britain and China, and that he was forging economic ties. And those ties are better than this sort of pot-shotting and squabbling over a piano. We have resources, and our greatest resource is the diplomatic pull of the king, the royal family, the state visit, and all the panoply of political theatre. That is significant, and together with that is the history that it commands and betrays. And we have got to a point where we have redefined ourselves by an event that took place barely 5 years ago, 6 years ago. Not even the general election. We have redefined ourselves by the referendum, either in favour of or against the referendum. Who cares? The referendum took place. The referendum is not something that should be defining our national character, but it has. And that is a mistake. That is a great mistake. We have a national character that goes well beyond that. And to see our relationships with other important countries destroyed, fractured because of our self-obsession and because of Brexit is a great sadness. And I don't think it's just our relationship with China which has been fractured, or our relationship with Europe which has been fractured. Our relationship with Eastern Europe, our relationship, for example, with Russia. I do not believe that Mr. Putin could possibly have attacked Ukraine had Brexit not taken place. I'm sure there are plenty of people in the comments section who was saying that Brexit and the attack on the Ukraine are two completely separate events. But the introspection of Britain, the collapse of Britain as a diplomatic power, and the distraction of Europe gave Mr. Putin an opportunity in a last burst of life. And now that he's in a fridge, nestling against the frozen peas, there's not really a chance of pushing time back. There's not really a chance of a change of heart. There is no heart beating. And that means we've got to do more work. That means that our heart has got to beat for both. That means that we have to reach out. And we're not reaching out, we're reaching in, and we're getting self-obsessed about the new National Security Act, about who's playing with my piano. This self-obsession is destructive. It is onanistic. It is unnecessary. And in the end, it leads nowhere.